everyone, welcome to my channel Utsav Kala, and this is your crafty host Priyanka. So today we are going to complete our bunny head with all her facial features, and we're going to do the ears, the eyes, nose, cheeks, her lips and her teeth. So we're going to make all that in this video, and then I'm going to show you how to attach all of them to the bunny head in the video. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Everything, all the materials and all the pattern for this for making each and every facial feature will be in the description for you guys to check out. If I confuse you somewhere, the whole written pattern will be in the description for you guys to check out. So without further ado, let's get to the tutorial and let's get started. Alright guys, so let's begin making the ears for the bunny. And guess what? We're not making a magic circle this time. We are going to make a slip knot, and then we are going to chain 21. So here's my slip knot, and then I'm going to chain 21. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here I've completed the chain 21, and now we're going to do 2 single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So 1 and 2, and then we're going to do 1 single crochet in each of the chain till the end of the row, and that will give us a total of 21 single crochets. So I'm going to go ahead and finish all 21 single crochets and come back with the row 2. I've completed the row 1 of 21 single crochets, and for row 2 we are just going to turn the work around. So we're going to work on the reverse side of the foundation chain, and then we're going to slip stitch in the first chain right here. I'm going to make a slip stitch right here, so we can start working on the reverse side of the foundation chain. And then we're going to do single crochet in the same stitch again. So that will make our first single crochet for the row, and then we're going to single crochet in the next 18 stitches. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish working the single crochets in the next 18 stitches, and then come back and show you how to finish the row 2. So here I've completed all the 18 stitches, and just don't confuse yourself. The first stitch will be going this way right here. So the stitch right here that is curving is actually the first stitch of the 19 single crochets on the row 2. And I hope this camera picks it up. And now we are left with 1 stitch in the end, and we're going to do 2 single crochets in the last stitch. So 1 and 2. So that will give us another 21 stitches around. And then we're going to slip stitch in this first stitch right here, and we're going to bind off the color. Even if you're not making a color change, you're going to bind off the you're going to slip stitch in the first stitch of row 1, and you're going to bind off completely. So I'm going to go do that and then come back with row 3. I've completed, and I've gone ahead and sewed in the one end where I slip stitched and bind off for the second row, but I left this tail because this will help me attach the ears to the body or to the head. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a second color. You can use exactly the same color, but like I mentioned earlier, you need to even though you are going to use the same color, you still need to bind off at row 2. So I'm going to go ahead and attach a new yarn. And so here, this is the side where I ended with the slip stitch. So I'm going to go on the opposite side and attach the new yarn. So here I've attached my new yarn, and I'm going to single crochet in the same stitch. So that's going to be my first single crochet for the row. and then we're going to do one single crochet in the next 18 stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and complete all the 18 single crochets and come back and show you the continuation of the row 3. So here I have made 19 single crochets, including the one that we attached, including the stitch that we attached the new yarn in. And now we are going to do 2 single crochets in the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's we have to make a total of 8 stitches in the next 4 stitches. That is 2 single crochets per stitch. 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that gives us the round of the ears. And now we're going to do 1 single crochet in the rest of the 19 stitches. So 1, and I'm just going to go ahead and finish doing all 19 single crochets and then come back and show you row 4. So here I've completed all 19 single crochets from row 3, and this will give us a total of 46 stitches around for row 3. Now we're going to do chain 1 and turn our bunny ears, and then we are going to do another 19 single crochets. So we're going to do the single crochet in the first stitch. We're not going to skip any stitch, so we'll do chain 1 and do the single crochet in the first stitch itself, and then that is the first stitch included in the 19 stitches we're going to make. So I'm going to go ahead and do all the 19 stitches and come back with the continuation of row 4. So here I've done the 19 stitches, 19 single crochet, and then we're going to do 2 single crochets in the next 8 stitches. So that will give us a total of 16 stitches on the top of the ear to make the mound of the ear. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to go ahead and finish doing the rest of the 10 stitches left and then come back again with the continuation of row 4. So here I've completed the 16 stitches, and this is how the shape of the ear came by. And now all we have to do is do 1 single crochet in the rest of the 19 stitches and to complete the row. So I'm going to go ahead and do the row, complete the row, and then come back with the next step. So here I've completed the row 4, and I've gone ahead and cut a long tail and bind off the yarn, bind off the row for here, and you're going to make 2 such panels for each ear. So you're going to make a total of 4 panels for both the ears. So I'm going to go ahead and make the other panel for this ear and then come back and show you the last row. So here I've completed both the panels for the ear, and this will make one ear together. So we're going to join them both together. We're going to keep them both together, and then I'm going to take another color, but you can always go ahead and use the same color, and I'm going to join the yarn at one corner So here's my slip knot, and this is how I join it, but you can join it however you feel is easy and you're comfortable with. So I'm going to pull it through both the loops right here, and then I'm going to make a single crochet in the same stitch. So that's going to be my first single crochet, and then I'm going to single crochet in each stitch around. So we're going to make them go through both the pieces, and we're going to line them up correctly, and then do single crochet through both the pieces of the ear. And I'm going to go ahead and complete doing one single crochet in each stitch around. So it's going to go completely all the way around up here in the mound and all the way this side, and then I'll come back and show you the next step. Completed row 5, and at row 5 we get a total of 54 stitches from row 4, where we did 19 stitches and then 2 single crochets in each stitch in the next 8 stitches, and then another 19 stitches, which gave us a total of 54 stitches. And then when we did the row 5, 1 single crochet each stitch around, it gave us a total of 54 stitches. So now we're going to do one more row. So we're going to chain 1, turn around, and we're going to again do 1 single crochet in each stitch around to just give it a little bit of more stability and just make it a little bit wider. So we're just going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch around, one more row. Now I'm going to go ahead and complete that and come back and show you how the ear looks like. So here I've completed the ear, and we're not going to sew this completely. Now we're not going to close this right here. We're just going to leave it open because it's going to get sewed with the head. But here is the one ear, and then I've also gone ahead and made the second ear. So I have both the ears ready, and now we're going to move on to the cheeks for the bunny. So now we are going to begin the cheeks for the bunny, and for that we are going to make a slip knot and chain 6. So I'm still going to use my 2.75 millimeter hook, and don't mind my son, he's playing around, so he's right here playing with his cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we made chain 6 right here. I hope the camera picks it up right here. And then we are going to do 1 single crochet in the second stitch from the hook. So 1 single crochet in the second stitch from the hook right here, if it picks up. And then we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to do 3 single crochets in the last chain right here. So 1, the second one in the same one, and the third stitch in the same one. Now we're going to turn the piece up towards the reverse side, and we're going to leave this first chain where we made 3 single crochets, and we're going to go to the second chain, and then we're going to do 1 single crochet in the second, third, and the fourth chain. So 1 single crochet in the second chain, 2, and 3. And then for the last chain that's right here where we have made 1 single crochet on the other side, we're going to do 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So 1 and 2. So we're going to do 2 single crochets in the last chain. So you should have a total of 12 stitches around. And this completes our row 1. We're going to add the stitch marker right here, and I'm going to be back with row 2. So here I've attached a stitch marker on the 12th stitch, and now we're going to do 1 single crochet. We're going to start the round 2, and for that we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. and then we're going to do 2 single crochet in the 6th stitch. So 1 and second one in the same stitch. And now we're going to repeat the pattern. So we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then we're going to do 2 single crochet in this last stitch right here. We'll remove the stitch marker and do 2 single crochet. This is going to be 1 and 2. And I'm going to place my stitch marker on the last stitch. So we will have a total of 14 stitches. So now I'm going to come back with round 3. So for round 3 we are going to do 1 single crochet in the next 6 stitches. So I've already started with my first single crochet right here. I hope this thing catches it. And then I'm going to start with my second one. So 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now we're going to do 2 single crochet in the 7th stitch. So 1 and 2. So we're going to repeat the pattern on the opposite side. So we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 6 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And then we're going to do 2 single crochet in the last stitch. So I'm going to remove my stitch marker and do 2 single crochets in the last stitch. So 1 and 2. So I'm going to attach my stitch marker. This completes our round 3. I'm going to attach my stitch marker and come back with the row 4. In row 3, it gave us a total of 16 stitches. For row 4, we are going to do another increase of 2 stitches. For that, we are going to do 1 single crochet in the next 7 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And then we are going to do 2 single crochet in the 8th stitch. So 1 single crochet and the second single crochet in the same stitch. Now we're going to repeat the pattern on the other side. So it's going to be 1 single crochet in the next 7 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And now we're going to do 2 single crochet in the last stitch. So we're going to remove the stitch marker again, and then 1 and 2. And then we're going to place the stitch marker, and this completes our row 4, which will give us a total of 18 stitches. So I'm going to come back with row 5. So here we have completed row 3 with 18 stitches. Now we're going to increase another 6 stitches. So we're going to bring it to from 18 to 24. For that we're going to do one single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and I've already started with the first one, and this is my second single crochet, and then we're going to do 2 single crochet in the 3rd stitch. So 1 and 2. So we're going to look at it one more time. We're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2, and then we're going to do 2 single crochet in the next stitch. So 1 and 2, and we're going to repeat this pattern around to get a total of 24 stitches. I'm going to complete this round and come back with round 5. Previous row I mentioned that we're going to start, we were working the row 4, but that was the row 5, and now we're going to start our row 6. So for row 6 we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2 and 3, and then we're going to do 2 single crochets in the 4th stitch. So 1 and 2, and this will give us and we'll repeat this pattern around, and this will give us a total of 30 stitches around. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the round and then come back with round 7. I've completed row 6, and for row 7 we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. So I've already started with my first one here, that you can see the orange one, and then I'm going to make 3 more single crochets. So 1 single crochet in the 2nd stitch, 1 single crochet in the 3rd stitch, and 1 single crochet in the 4th stitch, and then I'm going to do 2 single crochet in the 5th stitch. So 1 single crochet and the 2nd one. So we're going to look at this one more time. We're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then we're going to do 2 single crochets in the next stitch. So 1 and 2. So we're going to repeat this pattern around, and it will give us a total of 36 stitches around and a total increase of 6 stitches for the round. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the round and come back with the next step. So here I've completed the row 6, and I haven't attached the stitch marker no more. All we're going to do is we're going to insert slip stitch in the next stitch and then bind off. And I have changed colors at intervals every 2 lines, but you can just use one color and make it a solid color. It is totally your choice, and you can match it according to the body and the head of the rabbit. I'm just going to slip stitch and then just bind off. And that completes our cheeks for the bunny. So that's one, and this is my second one. So I've gone ahead and made both the cheeks. So now we're going to go ahead and see how to make the mustache for the bunny. So here I've already made a slip knot, and we're going to begin the mustache for the bunny, and we're going to chain 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. After making the chain 7, we're going to do 1 single crochet in the 2nd chain from the hook, and then we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. And then we are going to do 2 single crochet in the last chain. So 1 and 2. So we are going to work on the reverse side of the foundation chain, and we are going to do 1 single crochet in the next 5 stitches. So we're going to do 1 single crochet in the first chain, and then we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 4 chains. So 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then we're going to do 2 single crochets in the last chain. So 6 and 7. So that will give us a total of 14 stitches around, and this completes our round 1. We're going to place the stitch marker at the last stitch right here, and I'm going to do that and come back with round 2. Here I've attached my stitch marker, and this camera is giving me a hard time today. And then for round 2, we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 6 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5 and 6. And then we are going to do 2 single crochets in the 7th stitch. So 1, and 2. And then we're going to repeat this on the other side. So we're going to again do 1 single crochet in the next 6 stitches, and then 2 single crochet in the last stitch. So I'm going to go ahead and finish doing that and then come back with round 3. Here I've completed round 2 with a total of 16 stitches. For round 7, we're going to increase another 2 stitches. So that will give us a total of 18 stitches. So that we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 7 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we're going to do 2 single crochet in the 8th stitch. So 1, and 2. And then we're going to repeat this pattern on the other side. So we're going to do another 1 single crochet in the next 7 stitches, and then 2 single crochet in the last stitch. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that round and then come back and show you the next step. So here we have completed our round 3, and all now we need to do is make a slip stitch in the next stitch and then bind off. And that will complete the mustache. And make sure you leave about 18 to 24 inches of tail because that will help us sew the mustache to the cheeks of the bunny. So that completes our mustache. And let's head over and start working on the eyes for the bunny. So let's begin with the eyes, and before we begin the eyes, I just wanted to tell you guys that I'm just making this with a number 4 yarn for demonstration purposes, because I made my eyes, let me just bring it to, I made my eyes with embroidery floss, and I just wanted to make sure that the stitches pick up clearly on camera. So what I am going to show you with the number 4 yarn is exactly how I made these eyes, but with embroidery floss. So this is what I have made with embroidery floss, and also for that I used a number one steel hook, and I know the number 1 is a little bit wiped out, but I used a number 1 steel hook. And the brand of the embroidery floss is Craft Thread, and I don't know where we get this yarn. I found it in a garage sale. Somebody was selling a whole pack of like I think 24 for 50 cents, and I bought it like 5-6 years ago. So I really don't know where you get this brand, but I had this handy. You can use any embroidery floss that you have handy, but for the demonstration purposes I'm using the number 4 yarn. So to begin with the eyes, we're going to make the magic circle. And we're going to chain 1. And then we're going to do 6 single crochet into the magic chain. Sorry, into the magic circle, not the chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm going to go ahead and close the loop, add the stitch marker, and come back with round 2. So here my round 1 is complete, and for round 2 we're just going to do 2 single crochets in each stitch around. So that's going to be the first single crochet, and then the second one, and we're going to repeat this pattern around for each stitch and get a total of 12 stitches around. So here I've completed round 2, and for round 3 we are going to do 1 single crochet in the first stitch and 2 single crochet in the second stitch. So 1 and 2, and we're going to repeat this pattern around to get a total of 18 stitches. Here I'm at the end of round 3, and what we're going to do is we're going to color change right here. So I'm going to add white on the last stitch of the round 3. I'm going to add white. So here I have the 2 loops of black, and then I'm adding white in the stitch. Change and adding the stitch marker on the last stitch. We're going to begin round 4, and we are going to slip stitch in the next stitch. And then we are going to do chain 2. So 1 and 2. And then we are going, that counts as first DC. And now we're going to do 1 DC in the next stitch. So yeah, we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then we're going to do 2 double crochet in the next stitch. So 1 and 2. Now we are going to do 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2, and then we're going to do 2 double crochet in the next stitch. So this is the 1 double crochet in the 2 stitches. Now we're going to do 2 double crochet in the next stitch. So 1 and 2. Missed it completely. So this is the second double crochet in the same stitch. Now we're going to do double crochet in the next stitch, and single crochet in the next stitch. And we're going to do 2 single crochets in the next stitch. So 1 and 2. And then we're going to repeat this. So we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next stitch, next 2 stitches. So 1 and 2. And then we're going to do 2 single crochets in the third stitch. So 1 and 2. So we're again going to do 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2, and we're going to do 2 single crochet in the third stitch. So 1 and 2. We're going to do that one more time. So 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1 and 2, and then 2 single crochets in the last stitch. 1 and 2. Then we're just going to go ahead and put my stitch marker on the last stitch, and we will get a total of 24 stitches around at the end of this row. So all the double crochets and single crochet all together will be a total of 24 stitches. Now we're going to begin round 5. For that we're going to slip stitch in the top chain of the last row, and then we're going to do chain 2. So 1 and 2. Now we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1 and 2, and then we're going to do 2 double crochet in the next stitch. So 1 and 2. And then we're going to do double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to do two double crochet in the next stitch. So we're going to do 2 double crochet in the next stitch. So 1 and 2. And then we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2, and then after that we're going to do 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. And then we're going to do, so we made the half double crochet, and now we're going to do 2 half double crochet in the next stitch. So 1 and 2. Now we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2 and 3. And then we're going to do 2 single crochets in the next stitch. So 1 and 2. So here we did 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Now we're going to repeat the single crochet pattern one more time. So 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2 and 3, and then we're going to do 2 single crochets in the next stitch. So 1 and 2, and then we're going to do 1 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2 and 3. And then we're going to do 2 half double crochets in the last stitch. So let me take off my marker, and let's do 2 double crochets and 2 half double crochets in the last stitch. So right here, it's because I'm using a very thick yarn with a very thin very small hook. It's kind of splitting the yarn. I'm really sorry guys. So 1 more half double crochet, that will make this 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. And then we're going to add the stitch marker right here, and then I'm going to come back and show you round 3. Sorry, I'm going to come back and show you round 6, but this is how it looks like till round 5. Round 6, and for that we're going to slip stitch in the top chain of the previous row, chain 2. So slip stitch right here, and we're going to do chain 2, and that will count as our first double crochet for the row. And then we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. So if I forgot to mention in the previous row that the total number of stitches in the previous row will be 30. So the total number of stitches all around, including the double crochets, half double crochets, and single crochets, will be 30. So here I completed chain 2 and 3 double crochets. Now we're going to do 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So 1 and 2 and 2. And then we're going to repeat it one more time, 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to do 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So 1 and 2. And then we're going to chain 1 and slip stitch in the next stitch. And then bind off, leaving us 6 to 8 inches tail. So here I have cut off the 6 to 8 inches tail, and I went completely off camera. I'm sorry about that. And that completes the eyes for the bunny. And if I would have made it with a number 3 yarn for my face, it would be really big compared to the face, compared to the head that I have made. So here I have completed the eyes, and now let's move on to the nose for the bunny. Make the magic ring for the nose now, and I'm going to do chain 1, chain 1 right here, and then we're going to do 6 single crochet into the magic ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm going to go ahead and close the loop, add the stitch marker, and be back with row 2. I've completed round 1 and added my stitch marker. For round 2, we're just going to do 2 single crochets in each stitch around, and that will give us a total of 12 stitches. So 1, 2, in the second one in the same stitch. So one more time we'll do 2 single crochet in each stitch around. So that's 1 single crochet, and the second single crochet will be in the same stitch, and we are going to repeat this pattern around to get a total of 12 stitches. So here I've completed round 2, and for round 3 we are going to do 1 single crochet in the first stitch, and then 2 single crochets in the second stitch, 1 and the second one in the same stitch, and we are going to repeat this pattern around to get a total of 18 stitches around. So here I've completed round 3, and for round 4 we are going to do 1 single crochet in the first 2 stitches. So 1 and 2, and then we are going to do 2 single crochet in the third stitch. So 1 and the second one in the same stitch, and we're going to repeat this pattern around to get a total of 24 stitches around. And I'm going to go ahead and do that and come back with row 5. I've completed the round 4 for the nose of the bunny, and for round 5 to 7, that is 3 rounds, 5, 6 and 7, we're just going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch around. So I'm going to go ahead and finish all 3 rows and come back and show you row 8 or round 8. So here I have completed round 7, and for round 8 we are going to decrease 6 stitches around. So for that we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then we're going to do 2 together single crochet in the 3rd stitch. So insert a hook, pull up a loop through 3rd stitch, insert a hook, pull up a loop through 4th stitch, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So we'll look at it one more time. We're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2, and then we're going to do 2 together single crochet in the next stitch. So insert a hook, pull up a loop through 3rd stitch, insert a hook, pull up a loop through 4th stitch, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. You're going to repeat, and you're going to repeat this pattern around to get a total of 18 stitches. So here I've completed round 8, and for round 9 we're going to decrease another 6 stitches, and for that we're going to do 1 single crochet in the 1st stitch and 2 together single crochet in the next stitch. So insert a hook, pull up a loop through the 2nd stitch, insert a hook, pull up a loop through 3rd stitch, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So we're going to look at it one more time. 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 together single crochet in the next stitch. So insert a hook, pull up a loop through 2nd stitch, insert a hook, pull up a loop through 3rd stitch, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And you're going to repeat this pattern around to get a total of 12 stitches. So here I've completed round 9 and our nose is done. I'm going to just take off the stitch marker, and then we're going to do a slip stitch into the next stitch and then bind off completely. And we're going to leave a long tail. I've left a very long tail, but you can leave about 8 to 10 inches long tail, not as long as I have, just an 8 to 10 inch long tail. So we are not going to completely close the nose because this will help us stuff, and then we are just going to attach it this way. So that's the nose for the bunny. Alright guys, so let's begin the teeth for the bunny, and we're going to make 2 teeth. So both will be the same, so I'm just going to show you one and then one I'll make it offline. So we're going to make a slip knot and chain 3. So 1, 2 and 3. After chain 3 we're going to do 1 single crochet in the 2nd chain from the hook, right here, and then we're going to do 1 more single crochet in the last chain. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work, and we're going to begin the row 2. We're going to do 1 single crochet in both the stitches. So 1 single crochet in the 1st stitch and 1 single crochet in the 2nd stitch. And this completes our row 2. We're going to do row 3, 4 and 5 similarly. So we're going to chain 1 and then do 1 single crochet in both the stitches for 3 more rows. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, complete the 2nd teeth and come back and show you how it looks like. Alright everyone, let's start attaching these body parts or the facial parts for the bunny to the bunny head. And we're going to start with the ear, and for that what we're going to do is up here we're going to count 1, 2 down, and I'm going to eyeball it on one side, measuring it. And since my tail end is on the outer side, I'm just going to kind of just see where it ends, and I'm going to then just go ahead and attach my yarn there. But make sure that it is like at the 2nd line, between the 2nd and the 3rd line from the center, and then both the ears are lined up right across, so they are in the same line. And all you need to do now here is do a whip stitch, and you just put it completely down, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to pass this through the back. And yeah, you need to attach the tapestry needle. I forgot that. I already had done it because sometimes it's harder for me to, thread the needle while I'm on camera. So I'm just going to do a whip stitch. I'm going to pass it through all the stitches and stitch it really tight. So I'm going to do one more stitch right here, so it comes out from the back right here, and then I'm just going to go through the stitch in the ear and bring it to the front, and then again turn around the bunny. Let me just get a little further back, and I'm going to stitch back right here and then just go back again from the stitch, and just make small stitches, not too big, so they are not seen anywhere. Like here, if you can see, the stitches are really small and they get covered by the ear itself. So I'm going to go ahead and finish doing whip stitch on this side for the ear, and then come back and show you how both the ears attached look like. Here I have attached both the ears for the bunny, and this is how it looks like. My head is coming all together. The ears are looking absolutely cute, and I just love how the purple looks. And these are a little stiff, but not as stiff as the other one that I showed you for the big bunny, but I can still bend them and make them make the ears do whatever I want them to do. So yeah, this is about it. And then one more thing I wanted to mention is that make sure you stitch the corners properly, like really firmly, because if you forget that corner stitch, it might stay like loose from the corners. So yeah, that's about it, guys, for the ears. Now we're going to go ahead and attach the cheeks for the bunny. Alright guys, so I have attached one cheek and I'm here with another one. I've taken a very small portion of fiber fill and just placed it, did not even like shape it right now. It's just to give a starting edge to the to sewing the cheeks to the bunny head. And then I'm just going to take my tapestry needle and then start attaching the cheeks to the face of the bunny. So what we're going to do is we're going to place the cheek at an angle. We're not going to do keep it straight. We're going to keep it at an angle. So this part here will be a little bit slanted, and then we're going to join both the cheeks together. We are not going to have any space in between them. And then like we sewed the ears, we're just going to do whip stitch in each stitch around. And here what we're going to do is, as we keep sewing, and I have a feeling that the bunny will get hurt. I don't know why. I even did that with the teddy bear. I was so careful about it because I felt like it will get hurt. So don't mind me. I'm just like too super cautious about sewing like really softly, because I feel like the bunny will get hurt, or even all the amigurumis that I make, I feel like sewing them together will hurt them in some way. So I just be like super soft to them. I don't know why I have that feeling, but you just kind of sew in each stitch so that you stitch it really properly and the fiber fill does not come out. And as and when you keep going around, you just keep adding the stuffing. And if you can see, this is quite a big quite a lot of stuffing that I have done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stitch completely all around and then come back and show you how it looks like. I have completed attaching the cheeks, and both the cheeks I have attached, and I feel like it's a little bit off center, but I showed it to my mom and my husband and they say that it's quite in the center. So it is. Maybe it's just me. So anyways, so I've attached both the cheeks. Now we're going to go ahead and attach the mustache and the teeth for the bunny. Here is the mustache and the teeth. And I've gone ahead and sewed in the ends of the teeth because we won't be needing the ends for the teeth. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the mustache and then we're going to fold it in half. And then we're going to do a whip stitch. So we're going to go to the other side and come back and sew one more time. So it's going to make the first whip stitch or a blanket stitch. And then we're going to take one of the teeth and place it in the middle, right here, and then we're going to sew it back and forth, not the whip stitch. So you're going to sew it back and forth, and we're going to make sure that it passes through the teeth. I think it'll take about 3 stitches for one teeth to get completed. And here is my teeth attached to the mustache or the lip. I'm calling it a mustache because it's the top part of the bunny lip, so it's going to be attached like this onto the bunny in between the cheeks. So I'm going to attach the second teeth similarly, and then come back and show you how to attach the mustache or the lips to the bunny head. Here I have come to the end of the lip or the mustache, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to do one more whip stitch so as to like secure it completely, or a blanket stitch, I don't know, one of the two, the blanket stitch or the whip stitch, and then just pass it through one more time. And my teeth and the mustache are all set in. So we got the cheeks attached, and now we're going to start attaching the nose. And for that we're going to take a little bit of stuffing and put it in the nose. And I'm not going to put a lot of it right now, just a little bit to get started. And let me just get my tapestry needle, and then we're just going to take our tapestry needle and thread the tail of the tail end of the nose, and we're going to place it right between both the cheeks, and we're going to start sewing again with the whip stitch. And come out from here, and then I always make sure that I go through each and every stitch. I don't want to miss out on any of the stitches. And you can also sew it with the cheeks, so you don't always have to go to the face of the bunny. So just go through each and every stitch around, and then keep adding the stuffing as you require. So I'm going to go ahead and finish sewing all around and adding a little bit more stuffing as I go around, stitching the nose to the head of the bunny. And then once I'm done, I'm going to come back and show you how it looks like, and we'll start attaching the mustache and the teeth. So here I've completed attaching the nose on all the sides, and I've added a lot more stuffing than I initially showed you how much I had added. And now we're going to start attaching the mustache and the teeth to the bunny head. So just one second, I got my tail end of the mustache threaded, and all we're going to do again, oopsie, wow, that just blew off of my hand. So all we're going to do is we're going to sew on all 3 sides. So this side goes to this cheek, all the top part with the nose, and then this side on here. So we're just going to go ahead and do the whip stitch and attach the mustache to the body, to the head of the bunny. So just let me do a couple of stitches. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach the whole of it, and then come back and show you how and where to attach the eyes for the bunny. So I'm going to go ahead and do that quickly and come back. And here I am back again. I've attached the mustache and the teeth. The teeth are just you don't have to sew around the teeth, just on the 3 sides here. And also I wanted to let you guys know, I did put one stitch here on the corner on right here in the edges, just so that this doesn't like come off or anything. So being said that, that's attached, and now we're going to attach the eyes. When I went ahead and attached one eye because I wanted to see if the embroidery floss is going to be okay with attaching it to this yarn, but it did work fine. And all I'm going to do is now place it right above the cheek, and I'm just going to eyeball it to this level right here. So I've placed it right here in between these two yellow lines, and that's what I'm going to do. And if you want the number of that yellow line, it's 1, 2, 3. Between the 14th and the 15th line, we're going to place the top edge of the eyes, and then similar to the other facial features that we attached, we're just going to go ahead and start doing the whip stitch. And today we have a thunderstorm here, so it's kind of noisy out there, but I am okay right now. And then so here I'm going to start attaching my eyes. And as usual, if you do feel like your tail is shorter and you don't complete the whole circle, not just for the eyes but any other parts of the body or the facial features, you can always go ahead and add more tail. Me personally, I leave a lot longer tail than needed, just so that I don't have to add more later. So, but sometimes it happens to me too. Sometimes I misjudge myself, and yeah, so you can always add more thread. So I'm going to go ahead and finish stitching the eyes to the head, and then I'll come back and show you how it looks like, and then we should be done for this part of the video. Guys, so here is our completed bunny head. We have got the ears, the eyes, the nose, cheeks, his lips or mustache. Actually, I decided we're not going to call this bunny Mr. Bunny. We're going to call it Mrs. Bunny, because I'm going to make her a female. So not her mustache or her lips, let's call lips because she's female, and her teeth. So I have already gone ahead and we have finished the head for the bunny. Yay! I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. And also, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay in the loop of all the new videos I post, and also to make sure that you get the notifications of the bunny video, parts of the bunny video, as soon as I post them. So do hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell button while you are subscribing to my channel. Also, don't forget to follow me on my social media, and all the links will be in the description for you guys to check out. And if you haven't watched the first part of this video and the introduction part, I will have those in the description too for you guys to check out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please share this video with your friends and family. And I have not mentioned in a very long time, I really appreciate each and every one of you who have subscribed to my channel. All my new subscribers, please welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel. And my old subscribers, you guys are fantastic. You have stayed with me through this journey, and as I keep saying every time, thank you so much for being there to support me. So that's about it, guys. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye.